Hey there, folks. Welcome again to the Nashville Lyftzone, and I'm a little down. I gave my cuddle stash away to my 1,000th passenger. Oh, well. That's okay. 'Cause 2 more arrived in the mail! Alright, well, welcome again to another edition of Nashville Lyftzone Confessions. I got a couple of them here for you, some pretty good ones, and the last one, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that, because that's the big tamale here. So first up, we've got the Rain Girl. So I picked up this girl one night, and she was originally from Arizona, living here in Nashville now, and that night it was raining. Pretty good here in Nashville. And she was talking about how much she just loves the rain. It's their most favorite thing in the world. Because in Arizona, I mean, they don't get a whole lot of rain. So anytime it would rain in Arizona, she'd go outside and sing and dance and do all kinds of stuff in the rain and just enjoy it, because it's, you know, like one of those things that, you know, they never see. Just like if you live in Seattle, you'd never see the sun. So we had this absolutely great conversation the whole way, getting her where she was going, and just talking all the time about how much she loved rain. And she even told me about the place that she worked at, which was downtown, which is right there on Broadway. Her boss, anytime that it starts raining and they're not busy, he'll kind of look at her and be like, "Go ahead." And she'll go out in the middle of downtown Nashville and just party in the rain. All right, next up, we have the chicken guy. All right, the chicken guy, I picked him up real early. It's like a 4 a.m. pickup way out in West Nashville. And he was going to the airport, which from his house to the terminal was a 14-mile trip. So we get on the interstate, and we're having a good little conversation on the way. And we get 2 miles from the airport, and all of a sudden he's like, "No, oh, no, man, I take it we forgot something." And he's like, yes, we gotta go back, we gotta turn around and go back. By this time, we're the next exit is the airport, so we basically made it all the way to the airport, 14 miles, turned around, went 14 miles back to his house. He ran in and got what he needed, and then ran back out, hopped in the car. We went another 14 miles back to the airport. So this was supposed to be a 14-mile trip, ended up being a 42-mile trip. So I was like, you know, "Hey man, just out of curiosity, what was it that you forgot?" And he's like, "Well, I'm going down to visit a friend of mine in Florida, and I promised him I would bring him some Hattie B's Nashville hot chicken." Don't get me wrong, it's the best damn chicken in Nashville. But yeah, an extra 28 miles on that trip was just to go back and get the chicken. Okay, next up, we have the Cupcake ATM. You heard me. Okay, so this was another early morning pickup. I think about, if I remember right, it was about 5 a.m. One morning in Nashville. And I picked this girl up in downtown. She wasn't going too far, and she wasn't drunk. She was coming out of somebody's apartment and just going back to her house. And as we start going, she's like, "Oh man, I am so hungry." So I was like, "Hey, if you want me to run through McDonald's, I'd be more than happy to do that for you." And she's like, "No, I'll just get a cupcake from the Cupcake ATM." Wait, the what? And this is literally a Cupcake ATM. I've probably driven past it 100 times and just never noticed it because it looks like an ATM. But it's right outside the Sprinkles Cupcakes Bakery, and out on the sidewalk on the street, there is what looks like an ATM, and you go up to it, and it's a touch screen, and you hit the button, a selection screen comes up, and you can choose between like 15 different cupcakes or cookies, and you tell it what you want and how many of them you want, and then you slide your credit card and pay for it, and then the whole screen switches to the inside of the machine and shows you the mechanical arm as it's going up and down. The door slides open, bam, there's your cupcakes. 24 hours a day. And she even told me, "I've just given you great knowledge and great power. Use it wisely." Here, check it out. I'll take you on a little field trip down to the Cupcake ATM and show you real quick what that's about. All right, here comes our last one. This was last night. This is the big tamale. I mean, the tippy top of the A-list in the world of Lyft. So I'm driving around downtown last night. It's about 11:30 p.m. And I get a pickup request, and I look at the location of where it's at, and hey, that's where the Lyft office is. So it's either someone at the bar underneath it or somebody probably getting off work at the Lyft office. And I'd already had someone that got off work like an hour and a half before this. So I get up there, pull up to the curb. They get in. The guy's name was Logan, and he had the green ivy background around his profile picture. So I said, oh, well, I guess he's not just a Lyft employee at the office, he's also a driver. So he gets in. There's also a friend with him, and they weren't going far. They were just going to the Sheraton Hotel downtown, which I was already kind of a head scratcher immediately, because I was like, Lyft employees are staying at a fancy hotel? And like I said, it's just like a half a mile. The whole way over there, they're both of them are like, wow, this is like one of the liftiest vehicles we've ever been in. Of course, I've got all my stashes, the glow stash, the signs, the magnets on the doors, little fuzzy mustache stickers everywhere, the pink headrest covers. And keep in mind, I hadn't really looked at the face of the guy that was in the back seat. Logan was up here in the front. So we get down to the hotel, and they're both like, wow, this has just been an absolute pleasure. Loved meeting you. Best Lyft I've had in a long, long time. So they're about to get out, and Logan looks at me and says, oh, by the way, I'm Logan Green, the CEO of Lyft. And this is John Zimmer, the co-founder of Lyft. And that's when I turned around and looked at John in the back seat, and I was like, holy crap, it is you. Why are they here? Well, the Lyft office here has been here for a while, but today is officially the grand opening of it. So all the bigwigs are here in town from Lyft, going to the office for the ceremony, christening, festivities, all that. Because I was so dumbfounded when they told me who they were. I didn't even think to get a picture with them. Logan Green and John Zimmer said, I'm one of the best Lyfts they've ever had. Ego! Woo! But anyway, folks, that's all I got for you today. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch you again next time in the Nashville Lyftzone for some more Lyftzone Confessions. Ooh la la. This is DJ Rockwell signing off.